right, welcome back to the Interstate Podcast. We are back in audio form, and we have a new episode with 3 interstate student upperclassmen. We got Nolan.
Howdy.
What's up, Nolan? We got Brianna.
Hey.
And Piper.
Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Life's a vibe.
It really is a vibe.
AP testing's coming up.
Oh, man. So how much school do you guys have left?
I think I have 2 weeks left. I don't know how many assignments that is, but
2 weeks. I get out in like a June 4th.
June 4th, yeah, I probably have similar to Brianna. I think most of my things wrap up in 2 weeks. College classes are almost done.
yep.
Yeah.
Today I actually wrote an essay for like an exam thing in a college class.
Ooh.
I have essays coming up like next week.
Very, very exciting things we're talking about on the Interstate Podcast.
Listen,
Really?
school is school, okay? You guys got to get it done.
Get your school
Get
in.
your schools done.
Get your assignments in, kids.
Yeah, get your assignments in. How many days until summer camp? Does anybody know?
Days until summer camp.
I don't even know the day it starts.
Be
Shameful.
43.
43.
Oh.
Quick math.
Yes,
Brianna,
quick
might I ask what day camp starts?
July 13th.
To 17th?
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Vibe.
Vibe.
It
You're
is a
big on
vibe.
vibes today.
All right, we're going to go right into the first thing I want to talk about is Tuesday. Coach brought a great series, and it was basically about boasting. Can anyone summarize? I have a specific question I want to hit with you guys, but what did you guys think about that series?
I thought it was very good. I was not there for every day that month, but I thought the ones that I was there for were really good. I liked last week's about like boasting in the Lord instead, and I think the thing we did at the end was very cool.
Yeah, boasting in the Lord.
Boasting
That
in
was
the
so
Lord,
good.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the question I have, Coach said, he was talking about, this is actually not really so much about the boasting, but it was a little bit of an offshoot. He said, like, the disciples didn't have it easy. In fact, they were martyred. And he said, like, I don't know if my faith would be where it is if they had, like, an easy life.
Mhm.
What did you guys think about that? Because that, like, hit me so hard. I want to talk about that with you guys. I think it's an amazing... I have some specific offshoots to that, but when you first heard that, even if it was right now, what do you think about that?
Yeah, for me, I think we all kind of want to envision a God that just overcomes the world through a huge army coming down and just conquering everyone. But we have a God who decided to come in and take our place and take our penalty and punishment for us to have us. And if that doesn't sound powerful and no one goes out and tells anyone and it just ended there, I don't think anyone would believe that story.
Yeah.
And we have record of people dying for that. And if that happened in our time, and it wasn't the real deal, it wasn't God, it wasn't our salvation, I don't think I'd go and tell people until death.
Yeah, for sure.
If there was a just victory, that's how superhero movies go. I mean, there's just a victory. Do you believe those things are real? I don't.
Right.
And so with a God who came and died and saved us, like, in such a humble way, and then people were willing to go out and be killed because of that, that really proves to you that that's the truth. I don't think I would believe it as much if it was just a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's good.
Could you restate the question?
Yeah, okay. So he basically said, like, if the disciples had it easy, maybe they just grew up, they got rich, they just lived a great life, and that's it.
Oh, I remember
It
this.
would be harder to have as strong of a faith. Like, their struggles and their, yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
I agree. I mean, why would you follow people who just said something and then went and lived their lives, didn't follow it, didn't
Or got rich off
go
of it.
for it, or got rich off of it? Yeah. I
Ooh.
mean, there's examples of people getting rich off of things and people later saying that, like, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the
what is
point?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, with the apostles and the disciples that died, I mean, some of them were killed in
Mm.
brutal ways. I mean, crucified upside down.
Boiled.
I was about to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so my
Um,
follow-up to this, there's a point to this. So the follow-up is, as younger people, what would you like to see my generation and even older, if there is older, doing differently so that your faith can be inspired like ours is inspired from the disciples? And also, you don't have to always, I want you to be real, and you're not going to offend me for sure, maybe listeners. Be real about that. But also, like, what are some things that we're doing good too? You can spin it in a positive way as well. Yeah, so, like, in short, are we doing a good job? Are you guys inspired by the older people in your life's faith, like the disciples? And if not, what could we do differently? It's a big question.
It is.
I need a second to think.
I think a lot of like churchgoers that are retired, there's a lot of system that I see in there that isn't, that it's more like a Sunday morning. Yes, they're going to bring up the gospel and share it in every conversation. I have multiple experiences with people that way. But I think really, I think the things that stick out to us the most are when people are willing to step out and make waves and
What kind of waves?
be willing to have pushback, be willing to have people disagree, and also being willing to listen to other perspectives, because there's lots of different interpretations of scripture that I hear people just put up a wall and go, I'm not going to listen to what you think about this scripture.
Right.
I'm right and you're wrong. I get that more often than I feel like I should.
Yeah. That's good. Anything else, you guys?
I feel like in terms of like, there's like different kinds of people that I have in my life as different kinds of examples of faith. 'Cause like the people that I am with at church it's a different environment than interstate. And so it's different. You see it in different ways. I feel like, but in terms of like most of the people in my life, who are Christians and are, older than me, I feel like I'm getting a good example from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see like our youth leaders, and they're all very different. Like they lead in different ways, and I want to be like them in different ways. So I think everyone has like different kinds of good examples that they are, and I am able to observe and be like, I want to be like this part of them, and I want to be like that part of them, because nobody is perfect, so you don't want to be like anybody exactly. So
Yeah.
you can observe what you like about that person and say, I want to emulate that and that part of their faith.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. You guys kind of summed it all up. I don't know what.
Yeah. I think
You guys stole all the good answers.
I think I'll be honest, just to stir the pot a little. I just think we need to be better evangelists. Like, I'm guilty of that, and I know that other adults feel that same way. And it's boldness. Coach was preaching that last night, like,
Yeah.
and the thing about that is, like, you can do that in your flesh. So I think the pathway to a bold evangelistic life, sold out to just telling people about Jesus, telling your story, it starts with worship. And I think you guys are doing that. Teens are really entering into worship. And the reason is because the power. Okay, so the disciples weren't bold until the power.
Yeah.
So they were terrible, kind of. They were just like us. I mean, like right
Yeah.
now, they didn't do anything. They just questioned everything and just thought it would come in a different way. And then they weren't. So I don't know. That's one thing I know. I want to be a better example before my time's done here, which it's getting closer and closer.
No.
You're not that. You may be ancient, Luke, but you're not that ancient.
I don't know, guys. I think I'm too old for this. I'm getting too old for this.
How many years of interstate has it been?
I don't know, man. That's how you know it's been too long.
More than half my life?
Probably.
At least 1 year.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Wow,
want.
people.
Yeah, I want to send you guys. I know the leaders do too, just with a good legacy of doing it better than us. And I know evangelism is big. I mean, that's the cause of the disciples' troubles, right? They were just freely. You said it, Brianna. They're just
Yeah.
outspoken, and then take it or leave it. This is who we are. This is what we believe. Kill us, don't kill us, jail us, whatever. And I don't know if we do that as much, but Tuesday was awesome. Do you guys before we move on, do you guys like the new monthly? We've done it for 2 months now. The leaders are working really hard behind the scenes to make youth group a little bit better. What do you guys think?
I like the monthly. I like it.
The monthly what?
Like, we have the same speaker for an entire month rather than just rotating every week.
Which you might not notice. We have the same.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was missing a lot. So once I started coming back consistently was when Ryan's sermon stuff started. So I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's pretty cool because it allows for like a sermon series, little sermon
Yeah.
series, and like cool stuff like that. Because previously it was all just one shot, one shot, one hit, one shot, one session, one
I
sermon.
know. It's a lot of pressure.
I think
Go
it's good too because then you have one person going through like a series or something like that, and if there's kids who come different weeks in the month, they can still hear the same thing, get a recap of it, and not miss out on the message or have to. I mean, you can still go through and watch and listen to the lesson on the channel, but you can also be able to pick up if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
like
also
that.
like it lets you they can preach from a larger passage, and so we can get more context too if they want to do it that way.
That's so good.
Rather than just a very like narrow topic.
Yeah.
We could, go through a whole section kind of.
I like that. Yeah, we're doing not just the preachers, but everybody's doing. You might not have even noticed, but like the game people are the same for the whole month, and sound booth people were different this month. It was Hannah and Lily. They did it all month. They did great. And we're just trying new things. Keep it fresh. I want to move on to a new thing. What do you guys think about? This might sound crazy, but it is sort of current. It's a little bit old at this point, but what do you guys think about the whole NASA and the moon? I'm really curious what you guys think.
I'm a nerd.
You
Everyone
love
here
it.
knows this.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Tell us why you think it's wonderful.
I mean, it was to a lot of people. I think they think it didn't really accomplish a lot, but it was intended as a test mission to test the technology.
Yeah.
We hadn't gone to the moon in 50 years, 60 years, something
Yeah.
like that. And our technology has just changed so much that they need to test it. Because essentially before It was more just
Archaic.
it's archaic. It
Mhm.
doesn't work with the technology we have today, and we're trying to do it in a more efficient way.
Yeah.
So it's a test mission, and I believe the next Artemis mission is also a test mission, but it's eventually going to lead into, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe, like a moon, like a colony on the moon,
Yeah, I think
which
that
would
was
then
the
be,
goal.
which would then become the stepping stone for Mars, because the moon has a lot of the resources for large amounts of rocket fuel to
Right.
then go to Mars. So you would go to the moon.
It's like a base station or
Yeah.
a secondary station.
It's a, I believe it'll sort of act as a refueling station.
Right. Yeah, I just read a thing. Why I brought it up, I read a thing today, and it was like the moon landing is getting delayed, and they're bringing in like the SpaceX and the
I thought it was
Amazon guys.
I thought it was landing on the moon by 2030.
They said 2027, but then they're saying now it's like 2028.
Oh, but I mean, the next mission, from what I've been told, is a mission. Sorry,
That's good.
This is Nolan's. I didn't even realize he was going to be here.
I'm enjoying this. This is interesting.
yeah.
This is
the
interesting.
next
Keep going.
mission, to my knowledge, is going to be a test mission for the landing technology. So they're going to
Yeah.
actually bring up the lunar lander and stuff, but they're not actually going to land. They're going
Right.
to test it and see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, and then the next mission, I believe, will be the actual moon landing, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Where's the godly like worldview, Christian worldview fit in? I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's cool. I think it's amazing.
seeing God's creation,
Okay. Yeah. I think so.
because it's like first people to stop on the moon in 60 years, see this cool thing that no one's ever seen.
Also, like how far away it is.
Me personally, I'm kind of scared of space.
I'm terrified. Ocean for me, space. Those two things.
Oh, I would be stoked if I got the chance to go into a deep sea submarine or into
Nope.
space.
No chance.
Yeah, I kind of want to be able to be grounded and know exactly where I'm at, and
Yeah.
that I can, in fact, rely on my and the people around me's strength and resources, and
Right.
not this technology in the middle of space where if it were to just break down, I'd be done
Dead.
for.
Thing
You'd
is,
be
that's
dead.
it's not gonna happen.
Well, it could. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you don't know that.
It's not
you
gonna
don't.
happen.
You don't know that.
Maybe if I like,
but I get to go to space even if something goes wrong. Like,
maybe if I knew how everything worked, but like still, space is so big.
It's so
It's
big.
so big.
That's what I got out of the moon trip this time. I had an idea how far away the moon was, and then when I watched the coverage of this, I was like, that is so much farther
the
away
blue marble.
than I thought it was.
The Earth looks like a marble
Yeah.
from the moon.
It's so crazy.
What do you guys think about like the universe expanding and all that, and like how does that like fit in with creation and
Oh
stuff?
my
Is
gosh.
that
I think,
how does
I
that
I
work?
do know that,
I think it makes sense because everything is getting further and further apart from everything.
Yeah,
but they're changing right now.
Where's the edge of the universe?
Yeah.
How far out did God create?
They're actually changing the whole theories even right now about like the age. Has it always existed? Everything is changing. Even right now, scientists are like, what they.
Yeah, I mean, the thing where the universe is constantly expanding, what's expanding it, I'm not an expert on this. What's expanding it, I believe, is it's called dark energy.
Yeah.
Sounds like Pokemon.
And it's sounds like Pokemon, but it's dark energy, and it's like constantly expanding the universe. And it's part of the reason why everything is getting further and further away, because from what we can observe, which is a relatively small part of the universe, we think,
Yeah.
everything is just getting further and further apart over time. So
But
it makes sense.
The James Webb telescope showed something. I can't remember. It was a long time ago now, but it was basically like the universe is way older than we ever imagined, and I can't remember why, but it has something to do with the expansion. I don't know. I do know that, like you said, I think like it does show the Lord's like, man, if you really are putting God in a box or putting him like bringing him along as like this little thing, and then you look at space or like just look how far away the moon is.
Exactly.
Like the spaceship is like a dust particle.
The Earth is the equivalent of like less than an atom.
Yeah,
in
and then think
comparison
of
to the
us
universe.
on the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
less than that. Like we're not even
We're smaller than quarks in comparison. If we're
Yes.
just using Earth
In
as a scale,
comparison.
it's like insane.
yes.
I don't know if you guys know what quarks. I forget.
Quirks with a QU.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's
I'm
like what
looking at
makes up
quarks
the
all the time.
protons and neutrons and electrons. Very, very interesting stuff.
I knew you would like. This was not because you were gonna come here. I'm interested in it. I never used to be, and then I saw some pictures and some footage. I was like, "This is actually."
I do
super
think
cool.
it would be so cool to like just be able to see the Earth from far away. Yes, terrifying, but also really cool.
Yeah,
I'd be stoked if I got the chance. I don't know why you guys are so scared of it. Like,
Because it's so big.
But, like-
because my
Nolan.
life is good. I like my life right here. I like it, like Brianna said. I
Yeah.
just like the people around
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I don't need to go into the empty
Dude.
vastness.
I can just observe other people and like be in awe on my own that this enormous universe that no one can measure is smaller than my God.
Yeah.
man, send me to space. I'd be so down.
No, when you go to
Maybe
space,
Nolan
you,
can be an
you
astronaut.
can you can send us some pictures and we'll live vicariously through
Just
you.
take a selfie on
I-
Mars for us, you know.
Yep.
I doubt I'm gonna be an astronaut, but we'll see where life takes me. I guess.
If you are living on the moon, would we be able to play video games
I
together?
mean, maybe.
What's the time difference
Through
look
s-
like there?
Oh my gosh.
I believe on the moon it takes like 8 seconds for
Data input.
I believe the speed, like it's 8 light seconds away from us or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So
You'd be lagging. If we were playing
I
video
think
games,
there
you'd
would be a
lagging.
separate.
We could prophesy of your life just like I just watched you die. What?
I think there would be separate internets between the moon and the main Earth for like games, but mostly it's gonna be science. I believe.
Got your moon servers.
Oh yeah, my Minecraft
The
moon.
moon.
server.
Living on the moon is gonna be for scientists for the first so long, I imagine. Scientists and engineers.
Dude, that's
and-
crazy.
I bet if you had enough money, you could convince them to let you come.
Yeah,
I just gotta become Mr. Bezos.
or you just have to
Easy.
become a pilot and then and work for NASA.
Perfect.
I mean, you could do
It's
that.
a great plan.
Convince
mean-
them that Minecraft is science.
I mean, being an astronaut now is a lot more than a pilot. With the
Yeah.
Apollo program,
You're a scientist.
some
You're
of
an
them were kind of
engineer,
just test
scientist.
pilots strapped to missiles,
Yeah,
or with the Mercury program more.
yeah.
But I think it's more scientists now because they're like studying stuff and
Yeah. Well, speaking of flying into space, what do you guys think is the craziest Mayfair
craziest Mayfair
Mayfair ride? Yeah.
Zipper, 100%. That thing is terrifying.
It doesn't.
Well,
That's
I heard one of them's not coming
The
back.
zipper wasn't there last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Uh.
it wasn't there last year, I don't think, but I think it's because something happened the year before.
The zipper doesn't exist
I
anymore.
feel like the Zipper was always the one that I was like, how is this legally allowed to be here?
Is the zipper the one in the metal cage?
Yeah,
that
you're in that
spins
metal
and
box and it just
spins?
spins around and it has not very good strap things, I'm told.
Wait, Brianna, what do you know what happened? Because you said something happened the year before.
I have no idea what happened, no.
Well, at least 5 people threw up in it. That's for sure.
Well, people throw up in it every year. That's just a fact of life with the zipper.
Didn't Rylan like nearly perish in that thing?
She did. She almost fell out of the seat. Yep. Delaney had to like strong arm her down in
Can
there.
you would
That's
just
just
Yep,
Boom,
she
boom,
just be
boom.
bonking around. Yeah.
that's just
Yep.
the price of Mayfairs.
be.
Yep.
They're made to be jank.
I went on the big rides like one year. I went on Freak Out and then I passed out and then I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna stick to the smaller.
Yeah.
Freak Out?
Okay, I go on the other ones like the spinning rides. That's fine, but when I'm upside down and also spinning, that didn't go very well.
No.
You don't go upside down, do you?
Yeah, you like basically do.
But it's not quiet.
What's the one where you are spinning so fast you're stuck to
Oh,
the
Area
wall?
51. I never
Area
go on. I've never gone on
51.
that
Oh,
one.
I love that one.
I'm afraid somebody's gonna throw up and then it just like
Splatters.
It would just
is on you.
or it would just stick to the
You
wall
know, it would I doubt
and
they
then
would
drip
be.
down when it was done.
I think
That
it'd be
is so
more
gross.
it wouldn't come out till the ride is done.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge.
Or
listen,
it would just get in their face.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
either.
but
That
it's
would
not-
be nasty.
But it's not gonna get on me because it's gonna be
Hopefully.
on them.
I want to go to the Mayfair this year for the animals and the people who show animals and the crafts.
You should buy a cow.
No, so expensive.
I love how that's your first problem. I
mean,
would get a cow, but you
I'd
know
go in on it.
the
How much money you
prices.
got? I'd go in on it.
Man, we're cattle. My family does cattle. I don't need to buy
Yeah,
a cow.
but this cow has been shampooed.
we
and
just got
conditioned.
we just got some fresh beef.
This is a
I'm
genuine
all
Dixon
good.
cow, Nolan.
But
Genuine.
what if you
Dixon
just
cow.
went in a pot with liters and you all got with like 4
what
liters?
would you
It
do
would be
with it?
You all got like a
You'd eat it.
quarter of a cow.
Who? How are you? Who are you? Are you gonna pay
They-
somebody to kill it?
No,
for
they
you then?
butcher it. You buy it at the Mayfair and they send
They-
it and get it butchered.
Or
Yeah.
you do.
A
I don't-
quarter of a
No,
cow
they-
lasts my family like 4 months, I want to
Yeah.
say.
And
Like,
you
that's
have
a
like
quarter.
That's
5
what I'm
siblings.
saying. Like you got
Yeah,
so
this
much.
is a household of 8 we're talking
Yeah.
about.
You got so much cow. What are you doing? With
You
it
guys
all?
should buy a cow. Straight up.
We've
It
done
actually
that
might-
with our grandparents before. Their neighbors.
Yeah.
do
It's not a
that.
good investment from the Mayfair because it's it's a fundraiser. You're trying to
Yeah.
you pay more money for it.
Yeah.
Generally, when we get a cow, we get like a half beef,
Yeah.
which is like half a cow.
Yeah. But it's so expensive to go to the Mayfair that I don't like going just for that.
It's worth it for the good old boys rolled tacos.
That's
Oh,
true.
the
The rolled tacos are
They're
good.
like
You-
the greatest thing ever.
You have to get there early, or you have to wait forever.
I never,
line,
I
yeah.
never have a line
had
for
it
it.
like randomly. It was not really dinner time, but
Yeah.
it wasn't dark out quite yet. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not with my family right now, and so I'm just going to get these. And there was no one. I just
Yeah.
walked right up there. I was like, wow,
I feel like
okay.
Usually the line isn't that crazy, and if it is a long
I've
line,
seen it crazy.
yeah, but like every time there is a long line, it moves really fast because they're just they cook real fast because it's essentially a
Yeah,
fried tortilla.
they just
with
put it
beef.
all out and then hope that they can keep up with the people.
What's
like-
the busiest time to go?
Saturday.
Like all day or at
Me
night?
personally,
or
I'm a Thursday or Friday
Oh, I
kind
always
of guy.
go Thursday.
Thrifty Thursday.
I went Saturday one time, and I
Yeah.
will not go.
I've gone Saturday, Sunday before. It's very exhausting.
Sunday, I hear, I've never been on a Sunday, is not as crazy as Saturday
People are done.
because it's Mother's Day.
Oh. Every
And
year?
So, just
Yeah.
about, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
have-
always
It's
Mother's, Day week.
weekend, yeah.
I have prom that Saturday.
That's right.
On
Crazy.
Mayfair? Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm not going that day.
I know someone who's planning to go Thursday, and then they have prom Saturday, and then they're planning to go
And Mother's Day.
Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and prom Saturday. I'm like, what?
Oh man.
And Mother's Day, I have work at the Outback Steakhouse.
This
And it
Interstate
is-
podcast brought to you by
It is the busiest day of the year. Like, it is in
Mother's Day. People love bringing their moms for that
Busier
bloomin'
than
onion.
Father's Day.
Yes. Very. I mean, they're both two of the busiest days
Dude,
of the
who's
year.
bringing their mom to Outback?
Lots of people. Mother's Day is the
Be
busiest day of the year,
surprised.
and the Super Bowl is the slowest day of the year.
Listen, I'm going to give you advice. Any teenagers listening to this, or old people who are bringing their moms, just clean the house up. Buy your mom like a nice dinner that she can eat at her house. Don't
Outback-
take her to Outback.
Outback is pretty good though.
I know it's good, It's- I'm
Especially
not
with
saying
the
it's bad.
It's good,
Wait.
but it's more
Moms-
relaxing for a mom to just
Moms don't want
chill.
that.
Wait,
Yeah.
I was gonna finish. Especially with the 50% discount.
Okay, well we don't. Okay.
Well, if you go with me.
All right, let's bring this back. I'm not. Mayfair is coming up next weekend, right? It is next weekend.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And summer camp's coming up, and somehow it's already sold out.
That's insane.
Okay,
That's
is
never
that good
happened
or is
before.
that bad? 'Cause
I
it's-
think it's good, but it's also a little sad, because that might mean in like the next few years we might have too many people that want to go, and we might not be able to go to CADS or something.
No.
Again, sad.
big sad.
I feel like, yeah, it depends on how big the wait list is. Is it just like because everybody knows they already want to go? Or is it like because we have more people who want to go? Because it could be that there's just a lot of people who usually go to camp who are going, and so they know that they want to sign up, so they're signing up early.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of depends on the reason why.
Yeah. I think, I don't look at the numbers or the sheets anymore, but I think you're probably right. I think people who are ready to go are signed up. It's good. And the numbers seem to work out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if it's good. I think in Nolan's case, if you're like what Nolan's saying, if it's,
Yeah.
what do we do genuinely? You guys can answer this because the leaders don't know. So we don't have the answer. So you guys might. What do we do if the youth group did grow really big? What should we do?
I don't know. I love Kaz, but Kaz does not have the
Not even just for
capacity.
summer camp, but like all together. Like,
That's a good question. I wasn't there when they had it split junior high and high school.
Yeah.
I
that
feel like,
wasn't good.
yeah,
So I don't
feel
think
like,
we should do that.
yeah, I
Really?
feel like there's more benefits to having the older kids with the younger kids, because then like,
Mhm.
Maybe
I say we don't talk about separating it all. I just say we maybe find a bigger space.
no youth group segregation.
Bigger space.
I think we'd have to do like have like small group kind of things so that you could still have that smaller group setting.
Yeah.
Or just have the opportunity for that. Just maybe have more like separate group things outside of interstate.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, like you can't just fill people's weeks up. Like people are busy, but like just
Yeah.
to have opportunities to do
Yeah,
that.
you could.
But like, what
do,
if we
like-
did like a high school study on like Wednesdays or
Mhm.
Thursdays,
or even just like once a month, just like a once a month thing.
Mm.
like where it's just like some of the high schoolers get together with a leader or something, and we do just like a study. Because I know from what I've heard, Upper Room, which was the high school
Yeah.
youth group thing, used to have a lot of really good deep
There
conversations.
was some good
we
stuff.
have a lot of that in Jesus Coffee.
Yeah.
But it's 5 a.m.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
gotta
fair
be committed to it.
Yeah.
I went for a while, and then
Actually, this whole podcast is an intervention to get you back to Jesus Coffee.
I want to know. Are
It's
you a
entirely fair
that's-
because I
this-
don't go either.
Are you
so
a Jesus Coffee
And you,
Cucaslero?
Piper, too. I don't go. My wife works out in the morning. I stay here. with
it's
my
an
little
intervention,
child.
and Brianna's the only one here who
I am
actually
Yeah.
the
goes.
only one who
If it's-
Intervention, Brianna, you cannot
Brianna?
go to Jesus Coffee anymore.
For my defense, I am awake during it every time. I just can't go.
live stream
Brianna,
it.
That would be kind of cool.
What
And
if I
still
go
no
to-
one would watch it, though. No one would be awake.
what if I go to Jesus Coffee on Monday?
Do
you
it.
should. You
Jesus
should.
Do
Coffee
it.
But,
Zoom
like,
meetings.
It's so early.
Well,
It's
well,
not
back
bad.
to the big group. So here's the issue.
I want to.
The big group, this is what I have issue with because it's kind of like church. It's a little idea of church. Like that whole, like you have to decide really quick what you're going to do. You're going to grow a bigger building or you going to, you could split it too. You could split it as well. I think people are afraid to split, not junior high, senior high, but like, hey, let's do another youth group somewhere else, like on the other side of town, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I lean towards splitting and rising people up. So taking maybe some of our younger leaders, putting them in charge.
Wait, like not doing all the churches together?
Yeah, doing all the churches
Everyone
together, but like,
just
yeah.
would it
Yeah.
be would it be like same night but like two locations,
don't
or like
know.
how would that work?
I don't know, dude. I don't have those details. All I know is that when you start going bigger building, then you maybe do two services, or and then you're just growing an empire. And we've had a bigger group before, and it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's just isn't. Like the number of kids we have right now is prime because you can still minister
Yep.
appropriately and
It's big enough that we can do
Have
the big
fun.
group things, and small enough that we can do the smaller
yeah,
Yeah.
group things.
yeah,
Everybody still knows everybody.
yeah.
I feel like when you have the bigger group, you kind of run the risk of those like inner groups, more exclusive
Yeah.
things kind of forming, and then
And what are we really doing? And this is kind of the whole point of this. Like, this is what I think about church, too, is like, what is the point of church? Is it to grow a big number of people, or is it to disciple people into being stronger in the Lord so they can be more active? And so that's my goal, is to you guys be strong in the Lord and be more active, is not to grow a big group.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the evangelism thing, the
I know,
idea of
I
that
know.
is to get more people. So
I
you
know.
gotta find the balance of like
You do.
You know those
evangelism and also
Yeah.
discipling.
Yes.
The things with the house churches, where it's
Eva-
like once you reach 20, you split
That's
off.
what I like. I
Get more
think
people.
Disciple evangelism.
Wow, I like that word.
I think that's the goal here.
I
Yeah.
do like that.
That is a term
It is the
officially.
goal.
Wait. I got.
Go
That is
ahead.
that term is officially coined by Nolan Landis. Copyright 2026. Thank you.
You can find Nolan on the moon playing Minecraft.
Or at Outback Steakhouse.
Or, more likely, at
Outback Steakhouse generally on Saturdays and Sundays. Probably from like anywhere from 3 to 9 or 3 to 11.
All right. So, one thing I do want this podcast to be helpful to somebody. So, the Ride-a-thon. I think all of you have been.
Yes.
I want to ask some good encouragement stories. I want to ask for some tips, maybe like a deeper dive into the Ride-a-thon.
Okay.
How so?
Have any
What
of you guys
do we
ever
talk
finished
about?
it?
What do you mean? Brianna and I have the record.
Yeah, we have the record.
27
Yep.
laps.
Man,
I believe was that 35 miles?
Yeah.
35
We
miles.
could have biked to Sonoma.
I've never even done the 20. I'm a wimp.
You want to go to the moon.
There's a difference.
No one wants to bike to the moon.
I'm there for enjoyment. They were there for money, I think.
It's enjoyment.
it's enjoyment.
It's enjoyment.
You
'Cause,
can't
like,
get sponsored more than 20.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I want to just hang out.
We enjoy different aspects of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, what? So say there's a youth kid who needs money for camp.
Okay.
Okay. How do you help them get sponsors?
Don't be afraid of asking people because the worst
Yep.
they can say is no. You go up to somebody and they can give you $10. You're $10 closer. You ask 10 different people and they give you $10 each. That's $100. That's a quarter of the cost of camp. So and maybe you can branch out and maybe ask people you don't know as well too, and just if you're not risking anything.
I say friends,
Yep.
parents, grandparents, even.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
started with family.
Yeah, start with your inner circle and then kind of work your way out. Start with your grandparents, start with your family, and then you can kind of as you get more comfortable with it and you kind of maybe also have a better idea of how much you have left, you can
If you're close
Work
with the
your way up.
people in your church, ask the people in your church.
If
They
Yeah.
will be willing to help more than you might think.
Have you guys
Yeah.
asked any non-believers?
Wait, if I went to go get sponsors, which I don't usually, I'm just there for vibes. I would probably just do friends and family, like you guys were saying, inner circle first. And if I didn't think that was enough, or whatever, to get me all the way to camp, I'm gonna be real. I would probably just start walking door to door.
You would?
I have in fact I have asked non-believers. Yes, I've
Okay.
our neighbors across. I've asked neighbors.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't go to church. And they've sponsored me before.
Dude.
And
You told them what
Yeah.
it was and
Yeah.
stuff? That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
like an open door.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's just asking.
Mm-hmm.
I even had one time when we were doing the tri-tip fundraiser, I did door to door for that, which wasn't as successful as I would have liked it to be. But somebody was they were gonna buy a tri-tip and then they weren't sure if the time was gonna work. They're like, "Hey, can we just give you the $20 and not get a tri-tip?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yes.
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 And so people are willing to help other people out.
Yeah.
And you tell them what it's for and they can see that this is something you're excited for, you're willing to work for, and
Yeah.
You gotta believe in people, guys. It's the way.
People's
you
kind
gotta
spirits.
believe.
You just gotta believe in yourself.
Have any of you ever wiped out on the Ride-a-thon?
Yes.
No, sorry.
Wait, you have?
Yes.
I have. However,
I broke my front brakes actually. The brake handle broke. I had my dad screw
Although,
it back on.
when I was young, it wasn't Ride-a-thon, but pushing for impact, which is a way back interstate thing, which was longboard. It was longboarding.
It really was the predecessor of the Ride-a-thon.
Yeah, it was a big longboarding thing. I believe it was led by Phil or Phil Lockwood. And And I was little, and I remember he made a little longboard for me because I really wanted to do like longboarding with my brothers.
Yeah.
And you guys did a ride to Winters. And
I remember that.
And I did it.
You were a young.
How old were you?
I don't know. I was young.
You would have been little because I like
I
barely
went
remember
all the
that.
way to Winters apparently, but along the way, Phil said, "Do you want me to slingshot you?"
Oh.
So he grabbed my hand and slingshots me, and I just wipe out.
Biffed it.
There's a video of it, and I biffed it. I remember getting in the car and then riding in the car from there, but apparently I got up and kept riding.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is probably like 6-year-old, 7-year-old me. Phil just slingshots me with his full strength. I biff it, get back up, and keep going across for
Weren't
probably
you
a long
guys
while.
like longboarding like along the freeway or something crazy like that?
It
Like,
was along.
Kind of, not really, just the back roads
Yeah.
to Winter.
Back roads.
It was more
Okay,
back
that makes
roads,
more sense.
And then there were like my parents and like other parents just like driving in the cars next to us.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the Ride-a-thon is great. That's the only real big fundraiser this year.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
all that
spaghetti canceled?
spaghetti is canceled. We need a better idea than that, and that's something I wanted to ask you guys to kind of close out. This is like, what are some out of the box? So here is where I want to do this. I want to reverse engineer
Oh.
the whole process. What could we do for a fundraiser, but that would actually help Dixon?
No, I have.
Yeah.
So I mean, not necessarily helping Nixon, but I was gonna say the spaghetti thing
Yeah.
would have made a lot of money if it's done correctly. Like robotics, my robotics team that I'm on,
Yeah.
we do a spaghetti feed, and generally it'll make $6,000 or $7,000 because we
Spaghetti.
do ticket sales. We'll do ticket sales for maybe $10-15. Last year they were $10, and everyone had to sell like 8 tickets or something. So we had like 200 something people.
Yeah.
And then at the event, we had a silent auction with like donated baskets and stuff, and like there was golf stuff and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also had a dessert auction with an auctioneer,
That's
and
nice.
it makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been a great fundraiser.
Yeah, it could have been, but that's a lot of work. What you don't realize is like how much back
Spaghetti. How
work.
much? Yeah.
It's a
how
lot of-
much
it's a-
planning it takes, how many people you gotta have there.
How many noodles?
The
Yeah.
noodles
The
alone,
money-
dude.
the money it takes to buy what you are selling has to be less than what you're selling it for.
Trust me, 200 tickets for $10 is plenty.
The issue, even more than that, Brianna, is the time.
Exactly.
Of the leaders planning it.
Yep.
But so, what are some other like out of the box ideas that you guys could think of on the spot right now? What do people in Dixon like? What would they like?
Interstate cookie sale. We do like Girl Scout cookies, but interstate.
No.
No. Hear me out.
Bake
hear me
sales do not work.
Out. No,
They
not bake sales. Not bake sales.
Where are we getting
We do
the
it
cookies?
Girl Scout cookie style, and we have like we do like a little series on the YouTube where we do like an interstate test kitchen, and we at youth group we have people vote on different cookie flavors, and then we try to make those, and if they end up being good, we try to sell them.
I do think if we got social media going,
Yes.
that would actually help.
Like not like okay, like something similar to
Set
the,
up a
No.
GoFundMe.
something
And just-
similar to like the Double
no.
Dog Marathon and that it's like interactive
Yeah.
Okay,
but different.
yeah.
I
And-
think a double dog Daradon would be
let
10
her,
out of
let her
10.
finish.
I'm
Let her
sorry.
finish. Yeah.
Like something similar to that that could be cool. Just like a either like something like a series like what Nolan was saying or like a live stream.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would do, but like
What if we did kind of like what he was saying, auctioning off stuff that's really cool, like
Yeah.
Dixon stuff that's great. Like,
Yep.
hey, here's a gift certificate to Frying Pan.
yeah.
We're going to auction this off live online. I don't even know if that's legal.
I think that's called it's not gambling.
eBay Live. You'll have to actually start a whole.
No.
That is part of the problem. Is what you guys don't see behind the scenes is it's a little weird with fundraisers.
Yeah.
Collecting money and where does that money go? Because
Yeah.
someone takes a cut of it, so we got to be careful with who gets the money,
Is-
like through the third party.
Yeah.
Is there a registered 401c3?
Not for Interstate. That's the problem.
We should.
Interstate is nothing. It's just a thing.
Is there any way to do that? Because that would
We would have to
that would
start
help.
our own ministry. It would have to be a literal, not. Yeah, we'd have to literally. It would have to be a church almost.
I think there's ways to do it, like if you donate to a church and then like
Yeah.
say it's you want it specifically
That's
to
what
go
we
to
do,
the
yeah.
youth ministry, but like as like interstate like specifically does not have its own, so you'd have to go through the church
Yeah.
and specify it's for the youth ministry.
But I mean, is Interstate not its own entity enough?
No.
No,
No.
It's nothing. It actually is nothing.
Well,
It is a
legally,
void.
currently, it's nothing.
it's
Right.
a void.
But
Exactly.
That's why
actually
it's so
the
good,
issue.
you guys. It's so good. That's why we try to protect it like that. The second it became something, it would just be weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Well, that's a good idea. Live stream, some sort of. People love that, and then
Yeah.
if we gave them something they like, what? I don't know. I was
People
trying.
in Dixon like alcohol, so
That's
that's kind
true.
of
We could
that's
just
kind of
sell-
Interstate Beer Fest
a
2026.
pub crawl sponsored by.
The Dixon Pub Crawl, sponsored by Interstate 180.
You guys
sponsored
all
by
have.
the youth of Dixon.
You have e-scooters, double e-scooters, and you're DDing people home from the bar.
You know how the baseball games in Japan, there's like the people with like the beer guns going around.
Yeah,
We have like youth students doing that.
it's probably not.
I don't think that'd be
best
legal.
witness.
I
Yeah.
don't think
But-
that's a good church thing.
No,
No,
yeah.
it would make a lot of money.
It
make a lot
would.
of
It would,
money.
in fact.
What if we
do
did?
that.
What if we did like a sale of some kind, like our own product, a product
Rummage
sale?
sale.
No, like a new thing.
Slime.
interstate artisan sales. Like, you know, Peepo made those like earring things for joystick.
Nolan's chocolate sourdough bread.
To be honest, I would buy that.
I need a sourdough. If someone can provide me with a sourdough starter, I will.
My mom has some.
I had extra starter.
You guys have
threw it away.
You guys have lots and lots of
Yeah,
starter. I know
yeah.
that.
Sell sourdough starter.
Sell sourdough loaves.
One thing you can do. You know the big bread company in San Francisco. I'm blanking on the name.
Bodine's.
I don't know. It's one that's like 150 years old or something. It's old.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I don't know. But there's a big bread company. Probably Bodine's. If that's yeah. But you can buy their sourdough starter.
Oh yeah.
You can buy a piece of starter, and it's like a 100-year-old starter.
It's the mother.
The mother of all sourdough.
It is. It actually is. I don't know, you guys. We got to think of something new for next year.
Yeah.
Something out of the box. Get you guys involved
Honestly, though,
with ideas.
what if we
What?
did like a bread sale thing, and it was like only like a limited number of loaves could be sold like every so long, but it'd be kind of cool. Then we could like spend a day baking bread, and then
We have to reverse engineer it. What do people want or need? It could be a service or a product, and then do that instead of saying like, you all want cold spaghetti, and so pay us a ton of money for it. It's
We
like
do-
they don't though. They don't want that. They want
If you provide something free with it, like, I don't know, like when we do our pancake breakfast and the pancakes are free, but we also have free clothing drive.
Right.
Like, donated, I don't know.
well in that
We
case
gotta workshop it.
there was zero buddy.
interstate bread that comes with like a little New Testament.
That's
Instructions for
basically handing out
DIY
tracts.
communion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know what
Um,
people want though, really, but we couldn't do it probably is like detail their car. People in
Could
Dixon.
have a little
Interstate
like,
Car
that.
Wash 2026.
Car washes are big, but it's almost so much that people don't like it if it's done badly. Like they don't want
Yeah.
teenagers doing it with old dirty
Yeah.
sponges. They want it done
The
right.
people that want it, they want it specifically.
Maybe we're thinking about this all wrong. Maybe instead of a one-time fundraiser before camp, we need to start something that goes all year, like almost
Yeah.
like a business or a
The
side
inner-
hustle.
Interstate Test Kitchen, guys. I'm telling you.
Cooking with Karens.
I'm not sure how that would make any
Interstate
money.
no. Interstate Test Kitchen with the Karens as like the head chefs, right? and then in that test kitchen, we do like a few episodes of it where but before we like take a poll at Interstate of like what kind of food we should do,
Okay.
and then we like come up with a good recipe
Okay.
for something we can sell, and then we like no.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I'm
Hear me out.
listening.
And then there's that farmer's market. What is it, on Thursdays
Yep,
at the
Thursday
library?
evenings at the library.
What if we, like, every once in a while went out to the farmer's market and just sold some interstate food?
People could pay
Hey,
to
and we-
put
and we get, like-
ads in the interstate announcements.
And we get
Oh
like,
my god. Literal sponsors.
no.
Yeah.
And we get but like for the farmers market, we get like a banner with like the interstate logo, and it says like youth made, youth inspired, youth made. Like,
I'm
Buy
with
our
you. I'm with you
cookies.
if we did meal prep. So
no, we don't do meal.
had-
I'm not saying meal prep.
So how
But
many meals are we selling, bro? How many meals
know.
could we cook? Oh, you're saying cook right there?
Either cook right there, or we like
Interstate food
meal
truck.
prep some.
We go to the farmer's market and we live stream it. Kitchen cooking, and we're cooking people food.
And then we
People donate money for us to buy stuff,
We
but
could
they have to
also-
pay more than it actually is.
Yeah.
Might be a little issue if we'd have to be like very
Food.
upfront about we are streaming this.
we do
And we
interstate.
would
No, we
also
wouldn't
have
show
to
them on
have-
camera.
No.
We would just show
We do
us.
in-
No,
no,
I know.
we
But
do-
we would have cameras out there.
Actually,
We'd also have to have everyone food safety
the
certified.
kitchen license.
We
is
do
the issue.
interstate.
Cook stuff in the library bathroom.
Ew.
Ew.
That's a.
Piper,
I
no.
think that would not be FDA compliant.
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
Piper,
Nah, I didn't-
I like where I like where your head's going, but like for sales, no.
Just plug in an Instant Pot in the library.
No, put the crock pot in and just sell some baked beans.
I don't know, you guys.
Beans.
I think we think about it more, and if you guys have creative ideas, let us know, and we will do them. I mean, hey, we got to try something. I mean, that's
should-
just
Either
We
way,
could do
Fun.
like social event things where we watch the little kids.
interstate gala.
Should we do a
Okay.
talking point card?
I'll tell you one thing we did. I did this one time, and Steph and I don't even know what it was for. I think it was neighborhood Christian school or it was something. But here's the thing. They cooked us a nice dinner, and they were like waiters and stuff, but then they did dance lessons.
Interstate line dancing night.
But the dance lessons were a thing that old people like us like. The people with money were like, I would pay for that. I don't know how to dance. It would be great.
Who's gonna be the instructor?
Well, we don't have to do that, but I'm saying that was
don't
just a
have to
really
do
smart.
that.
It was a smart fundraiser. I
Yeah.
just think that's Yeah.
Interstate guitar lessons with whoever wants to teach you.
Costco personal shopper. We go to Costco for
Oh
people.
my-
Interstate brand
yes.
DoorDash.
Interstate mystery boxes.
The thing about that is the issue with the membership cards.
I've got a membership.
Yeah.
Walmart secret shopper.
Honestly, you guys, that'd be sweet.
No, we should do like, what's it called? The Uber Eats thing, but for groceries. Instacart. We should do like an
Instacart.
Instacart
We all just
thing.
become DoorDashers.
And then we're just working, and we're like, we don't need fundraisers anymore. 'cause
Film
we
an
just have the
interstate
money.
podcast while we're DoorDashing.
We all get jobs at Outback Steakhouse.
Nolan's like, why don't you guys just get a job? Then you don't need a fundraise anymore. Yeah, I like it. Well, anyways, that is going to be, I want to wrap it up. We talked about the moon.
Should we end with a talking point card?
We can end with a talking point card, yeah.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Should we do
all right.
Christian
Oh,
Teens
boy.
Family?
Let's like flip, or can we get like a 3-way wheel thing for
Next time.
Christian family or
I say
teen?
we do Christian, just because, ironically, we didn't do a lot of Christians talking.
The moon is Christian.
That's kind
Wow,
of
The
we
moon
haven't
is Christian.
we haven't pulled a blind card in a
All right.
God
Do the different
created the
colors
moon.
mean something different?
Yeah, but I don't know what it
Okay,
is.
we're gonna
Just
get a
grab one.
blue one. If I can pull it out.
These are just talking point cards that help conversation, family, Christian,
Oh.
and teen.
Is it a good one, Peepo?
I mean, I feel like. Okay,
Just
yep,
read
yep.
it out. Just read it out.
Do you believe in random chance?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
That's like a hard one. Can we get a different card? This
Nope.
Is,
No.
No.
We gotta
This
do
is
it.
controversial.
I'm gonna say
That's a good thing.
No.
We gotta make waves. Gotta be
No.
willing to listen to each other.
That's not even what the card is asking if you really think about it.
No.
But there's like this whole argument between random chance and predestination.
I don't know where like
But like, what if there's a mix?
My personal stance is no. Because so God has a plan for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing that happens is something that God did not allow to happen.
Mm.
So if everything that happened is a part of God's plan, and he is in control of everything, and he could change things, and he could, like, he's not just watching it all happen. He's not just a passive in this. So there's nothing that happens that is just a roll of the dice. That's my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion is there has to be. Because what would be the point of creation if there wasn't random chance, free will, and all that, right?
I think that's what God gives us, choice.
Yes.
But he knows what we're going to choose. He doesn't force us to choose it, but I think he knows what we're going to in the end.
Yes. But what I'm saying is without random chance and happenstance and things happening, which I think that there would be no point because God created creation from my understanding to love him and worship him, right? What's the point of having something worship you if it's just robots?
That's where I think the freedom of choice is. We chose to sin, didn't we?
Exactly. Well, yeah.
That wasn't
I
random.
didn't choose to sin.
No, but the world does. You sin, right? Do you
Yes.
try to sin?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I don't think there is a random. It can seem spontaneous to us, but I think if something just randomly, I say randomly because it appears that way to us.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to go, that makes total sense. I should have seen that coming. It's still random and spontaneous to us, but I don't think that you can throw God off
So you're
guard. I think he knows what's going to happen, whether or not.
I don't think you can necessarily throw God off guard, but I think you can I think there's things that he doesn't deign to necessarily have. I don't think God is telling the bird to move from this branch to this branch, or this rock to fall, or the wind to blow in that direction.
Or
maybe.
I mean, the crux of the whole conversation is disease and traumatic events to children, loss. That's way too early. Like things that are outside of.
That also, I mean, it comes down to free will.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think it comes down to if there's such thing as random chance, there's such thing as luck. And I don't think there's such thing as luck. And also I think it gets into the idea of why does a good God let bad things happen?
Right.
And we did cover that in a previous episode. So
That's true.
if you want to watch that, go and watch that.
Episode 7. No, I don't remember.
I think it was the
Episodes-
episode with Matt Johnson.
Oh yeah, good God. So that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Episode something or other, because none of us know the episode numbers.
I think random chance is a concept that we as humans have come up with because we can't fully understand
Exactly.
the way God moves. So, maybe God doesn't tell birds to fly from one branch to the other, but maybe he does, where there's no way of us to know that.
Yeah.
And that's just something that we can explore and we can be curious about that, but I think we also just have to accept that we aren't capable of knowing everything that God can do. And that I feel like that connects to our space discussion too.
Exactly.
Of
Yeah.
yeah, space is, we don't really understand it, and but we know that God does. So
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
it is a tough one to wrestle with the control part of if really bad stuff happens, God can stop it, but then he doesn't sometimes.
I mean,
And so you have to put the responsibility on either him or us, is the way I look at it. So and I don't know if that's random. I still don't think that's random. I like the verse that says he can turn all things, to good. So
yeah.
he can take, I like to look at it as saying he can take our mistakes, which might seem random, but and he can turn them for good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big question. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any randomness,
Mm-hmm.
but
I think there's gotta be some.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me that there's some things that are just like, I mean, what's the point of controlling?
I don't.
Like-
I do agree with you, Nolan. I don't think I do. I do believe God gave us the earth. He created it and said,
Mm-hmm.
"I give you
Rule.
everything you
'Cause,
need.
like,
Roll over.
I mean,
Do it." He
Yeah.
wasn't there just being like, "Okay, now
Yeah.
Adam, go feed the cow
'Cause
this
I
way."
mean,
Yes,
there's
and come back to me, and then go back over here.
like
Oops.
it's not like a computer algorithm.
Because
There's
it
no-
does. Because then it goes to the garden, and it's like, "Okay, Adam, here's the apple.
Yeah.
I want you to eat it.
'Cause-
Go ahead
Yeah.
and eat it. Oh,
Yeah.
good job, you ate it. Because I'm in control."
Yeah, I think free
you're like,
will
"Whoa."
exists because I think
Yeah, that's
free
kinda
will
what I
exists,
was
but I
thinking
don't
about.
know that it is random chance. Like
Yeah.
God's just playing with the universe. We'll
I
see
mean,
what
Right.
happens.
Right.
the Earth, I feel like is a great example. Like, because I mean, if you take just like people with using terrariums, they make that little world, that little ecosystem, and they just leave it to its devices, and they have weather, they have rain, they have wind, they have all these things that they aren't actively, that you don't necessarily actively control, but you're still in control.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like because I mean the Earth, we have all these wind things that happen from temperature changes and distance from the sun,
Dude, the Earth
and
is
the movement
not random.
and the movement
It's
of tectonic plates.
perfect.
and-
It
it's
is
perfect.
Perfect.
It could
It-
not
it-
just happen.
It is
No.
perfectly
Exactly.
set up and created, but I believe it is like the weather and all that. At least for the most part, it's just kind of the cycle.
So do
Yeah.
you think that like once God finished creating things, he just sort of stepped back and let it happen?
I think he would have created it perfect enough to where he could.
So do you not believe that he's like actively moving in it right now?
I think he is. I don't think he's necessarily controlling
That's
all
the,
of the wind.
the crux of the conversation that I don't have it figured out. And I haven't
Yeah.
met anyone that's convinced me otherwise. The
Yeah.
crux is when things are epically horrific.
I think.
Yeah.
Cancer for children.
Mm-hmm.
Just start right there. You either have to say that God wants that and it's part of his plan, or you have to say that is not his plan, but he could turn it for good. But sometimes those kids, it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does not work out.
Yeah.
And so you have to find your peace with. I don't have the answer either, so I'm not trying to force a perspective here
Yeah.
because I wrestle with it in my faith all the time of like, well, why didn't you heal this kid? And why does this kid, suffer and then literally die?
I think that
know.
gets into like we live in a broken world because we sin and God views all sins as equal. So if we were to say they didn't deserve that, we would be saying they're perfect and never sinned, and that's not true. And I'm not saying that like God wants kids to have cancer, he likes it. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying, when we choose to sin, when we sin, we live in a broken world because of that sin. We rejected God, we rebelled against him. He made it to be perfect and we chose otherwise. And now we
Yeah.
live with the consequences of that. And we can't say that this person deserves this, but that person doesn't,
Yeah.
without then saying that sins are,
Right.
not equal.
Yeah.
And so there's somewhat of a comfort in that, and that we don't have to live up to standards and compare ourselves,
Mhm.
because if we're doing comparison, we all lose, because compared to Jesus,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
where are we there?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's a big one.
But
Right.
yeah, I feel like it all ends up with like we can't know everything, and we can only kind of like
Yeah.
We can't
learn
know
what we
everything.
can.
Yeah, and I think if we couldn't make the choice, how would we love God? If
Right.
we didn't have the freedom to choose that,
Yeah.
I think it makes our relationship with him deeper, not knowing how he runs the world
Yeah.
and trusting him anyways, because if one little thing was off, if one little
It would be over.
rotation was a little bit slower, we'd just be out.
Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I'm not saying that I think it's a good thing that bad things are happening all the time, but there's so many things we don't know about that we kind of just have to trust God with. That it might seem devastating in the moment. It might seem like, what did you do? This is a child, and they had cancer, they died. This isn't right. There's so many people in poverty, and they don't know any better way, or no, they don't have any
Chance.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is I'm not saying that that's a good thing, and it's like, yeah, this is wonderful. I think we should all have a little taste of this every now and then, but it's something that is out of our control, and it's not something that we can explain. And in those things, that's where being able to sit down and go, okay, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you with it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it really deepens your faith if you're willing, or if you're able to rest with that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, I don't want to end on a heavy note, but I think it's good to let that sit, because I don't have answers for that. And I think that you guys can search your whole life for that. And as long as the Lord ends up on the good side of stuff, where he's good and a loving father, that's
It's
important.
a hard one, and we don't know.
We don't know. But that's going to do it. That's a great first episode. We're back. We're going to try to do, I'm hoping, one of these a week. It would be great if it was on Fridays, because then it'd be just boom, boom, boom every Friday. It's an hour long. So join us.
Are we going to stick with audio, or are we going to do...
Just audio. We're doing a real podcast, you guys. This is it. And so join us next week. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you leave a comment down below and tell us if you think there is random chance and how amazing the moon is. We would love to hear from you.
Fundraiser
Hasta la
ideas.
pasta.
Yeah,
Hasta
hasta la
la
pasta.
pasta.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the next one.